introducing the ELGi's demand match system. Truly bold, brilliant, and to redefine the future of compressed air solutions. Finally, our demand match system is officially here. Definitely, we need a thunderous applause. We are having the first look of it. We are having the first image of it. All across to our social media handles as well, to our present media. So we would like to now have a group photograph of our leadership team with our hero product. I wish our photographers to be ready. The ELGi air compressor with the demand match system. Can we have a group picture, please? While we take snaps for our social media handles, let's take you behind the scenes to hear some powerful stories through our films of the demand match system. Please have a look and come back. Thank you everyone. Let's proceed inside the banquet hall and take our respective seats.
Hello, I am Umesh Sego. We are the supplier of Tata Motors, Tata radiators, Tata Magna seating, and we majorly supply them a press components. So for press components we require stamping machines, and stamping machine obviously required a compressor for pneumatic air, because compressed air is the basic need of the press machine. Without any additional stabilization technology, was consuming around 3400 units of energy over 6 days period. We also observe frequent load cycle about 28 times per hour, which led to pressure fluctuations and potential wear on equipments. After installing the ELGi compressor integrated with ELGi's demand match system, the difference was quite clear. Over comparable period, energy consumption dropped to 278 units, that's a 14% saving, translating to the nearly 600 units saved per week in actual running conditions. Beyond the energy saving, the load cycle dropped dramatically from 28 to just 4 per hour. This brought much needed pressure stability, which we believe will also extend the lives of our equipment. The smoother performance has made a significant difference. Actually, ELGi is very nice company and they are very supportive. In every situation they are helping us very nicely. And for every critical situation, they are always with us and we are always with ELGi for long and long years.
Hello, I am Tirmalai Swami, Quality Head. We specialize in high precision sheet metal fabrication with powder coating. In our operations, compressed air is a core utility, especially in our powder coating shop where consistent performance is critical. For many years, we have trusted on ELGi's EG22 fixed speed compressor, which has been a dependable workhorse. However, due to the dynamic nature of our production cycles and variations in process sequences, our compressed air demand fluctuates frequently. As a result, the compressor often operates in cycling with excessive cut-ins and cutouts. That's when ELGi introduced us to their latest innovation, the demand match system. It's an intelligent airflow control system that automatically matches the compressed air output to the plant's real-time demand. To understand the benefits of demand match system, we installed a compressor with ELGi's demand match system along with our existing compressor and compared their performance over a defined period. The results were impressive. With the demand match system, our average energy consumption dropped from 21 kWh to 17 kWh, a 17% reduction. This translates to approximately 1,700 units saved per month, resulting in energy cost savings of around 17,000. The compressor with the demand match system is operating more stable than the other unit. Cut-in cycles have reduced significantly from 51 to 21 per hour. We believe this stable operation reduces mechanical stress, boosts equipment life, and ensure more consistent performance across our production line. We see ELGi as a long-term partner in driving operational efficiency. Their continued focus on innovation, backed by data and engineering excellence, helps us align with our performance and sustainability goals while reducing costs. Thanks to ELGi's innovation, and we look forward to continuing this partnership for many years to come.
ELGi is one of 3 manufacturers in the world to offer the full range of compressed air solutions. With a flourishing history of 60 years in the compressed air business, we offer our customers over 400 products and accessories. Auto workshops to small-scale manufacturing customers trust ELGi's reciprocating compressors for decades of reliable operation. Our water well compressors find water in the most arid conditions with the lowest fuel consumption. Our portable compressors enable life in the most remote regions with leading efficiency. Our encapsulated screw air compressors are the backbone of small-scale industries. We are one of 5 companies with the capability to design and build oil-free air ends. Our revolutionary Global Series screw air compressors are changing the way industry leaders use compressed air through design and technology.
Right at this moment, there are more than 2 million ELGi compressors running in more than 120 countries.
Our vertically integrated manufacturing process ensures absolute quality control at every step of production. We achieve class-leading energy efficiency through our proprietary air end profile. As a result, ELGi's air compressors offer the lowest ownership cost experience in the world. Our repair over replace design philosophy drastically reduces maintenance costs, while our annual maintenance programs ensure that our customers are always protected. Our confidence in our quality and reliability results in the best warranty programs in the world. Through our air audit program, our team understands how companies use compressed air, helping their business realize tremendous energy savings. With an unparalleled focus on innovation, quality, and service, we ensure that your business is always running more efficiently, more profitably. We believe our real work begins after the sale. Over the years, with our robust service network and commitment to excellence, we've built lasting relationships with the world's most respected brands. Make ELGi a part of your story.
Our aspiration as a company is to build a significant global enterprise. And to realize this aspiration, we have to play in some of the tough markets in the developed nations of the world. Now, for a company like ours, which is where the brand is relatively unknown and we have a Made in India label appended to us, we have to lead into these markets with value selling rather than a price-based selling. Now, value in this context is about providing benefits to the customers from a life cycle cost perspective, as well as providing a product which has got just outstanding levels of quality. This is, we consider, as table stakes in building the competitive advantage for our company. Now, even though we lead our sales program with value and quality, for a company in our context, customers expect a price. So we have to have a cost advantage in order to able to compete and provide the expectations of the customer. Now, in order to make all of this happen, value, quality, as well as cost competitiveness, we have done selective integration, backward integration in our manufacturing. I'd like to talk about three of them. One is our foundry. With our foundry, the primary goal is to build the quality of our castings and therefore the quality of our products. The value proposition for the company is about getting the very high quality castings at an extremely competitive cost and in terms of low volume and high variety kind of a procurement. The second that I would like to talk about is our motor business. In our motor project, we have integrated backwards so that the percentage of our value in our compressor goes from about 30% to 60%. Now that's one part of it. The other part of it is by making our own motors, we are significantly improving the efficiency profile of our compressors. And this is a value that we bring to the customer, besides designing and building motors of very high reliability. third aspect of backward integration is the machine tools that we build, design and build for ourselves. These are special machines which are very expensive, and being able to use Indian engineering talent and capabilities, we've been able to significantly lower the cost of these machine tools, and by virtue of which, without compromising the technology and quality, we've been able to bring our cost down.
are currently waiting for some of our customers to step inside the banquet hall to start the event of the day. இன்னும் சில பேர் வெளியில இருக்காங்க, ப்ராடக்ட் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. I know the excitement. அவங்களும் வந்துட்டாங்கன்னா நம்ம நிகழ்ச்சியை ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாம். அதுக்கு முன்னாடி to our online viewers, to our social media audience, a big hi, a huge welcome and vanakkam to everyone. Thank you for being part of our ELGi's family. You are our proud visual audiences here. So our social media handles all across India is going to be live. We are going to go live in just few minutes. In just, I think some 5 to 10 minutes we'll be going live if I'm not wrong. And for our social media audience, I know the excitement. We request you to please stay tuned with us, to stay streaming with us, because ELGi today is a big day for all of us. And we all know that the social media audience are also equally excited like us. You will be witnessing the magic, the bold and brilliance of ELGi's demand match system today. And this stage will give you a lot more updates and details about the chapter that's going to get unfolded in few minutes. So to all our social media audience, we would kindly request you to please stay tuned with us for few minutes to know the exciting updates and to have a spectacular visual and view about the day today in this stage of ELGi's demand match system. We are happy to have you as our family. So social media audience, I repeat again, please stay tuned with us. And currently, yes, I would request our customers to please join inside the banquet hall. We will begin our event shortly. I would also repeat and request our customers to please take your front seats. As you all know, each table is marked with each numbers. ஒரு தாழ்மையான வேண்டுகோள் என்னன்னா, நம்மளுடைய கஸ்டமர்ஸ் எல்லாருமே முன்னாடி இருக்கக்கூடிய இருக்கையில் அமர்ந்துட்டீங்கன்னா நம்ம நிகழ்ச்சியை இனிதே சீக்கிரமாக ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாம். ஒரு கைண்ட் ரெக்வெஸ்ட், எங்களுடைய கஸ்டமர்ஸ் எல்லாருமே ஹால்குள்ளே வந்துட்டீங்கன்னா அண்ட் முன்னாடி இருக்கக்கூடிய இந்த 2 டேபிள்ஸும் ஆக்குபை பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா நம்ம நிகழ்ச்சியை ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாம்.
Hello, I am Sego. We are the supplier of Tata Motors, Tata radiators, Tata magnet setting, and we majorly supply them press components. So for press components we require stamping machines, and stamping machine obviously required a compressor for pneumatic air, because compressed air is the basic need of the press machine. Without any additional stabilization technology, was consuming around 3400 units of energy over 6 days period. We also observe frequent load cycle about 28 times per hour, which led to pressure fluctuations and potential wear on equipments. After installing the ELGi compressor integrated with ELGi's demand match system, the difference was quite clear. Over comparable period, energy consumption dropped to 278 units. That's a 14% saving, translating to the nearly 600 units saved per week in actual running conditions. Beyond the energy saving, the load cycle dropped dramatically from 28 to just 4 per hour. This brought much needed pressure stability, which we believe will also extend the lives of our equipment. The smoother performance has made a significant difference. Actually, ELGi is very nice company and they are very supportive. In every situation they are helping us very nicely, and for every critical situation they are always with us, and we are always with ELGi for long and long years.
Hello, I am Swami, Quality Head. We specialize in high precision sheet metal fabrication with powder coating. In our operations, compressed air is a core utility, especially in our powder coating shop where consistent performance is critical. For many years, we have trusted on ELGi's EG22 fixed speed compressor, which has been a dependable workhorse. However, due to the dynamic nature of our production cycles and variations in process sequences, our compressed air demand fluctuates frequently. As a result, the compressor often operates in cycling with excessive cut-ins and cutouts. That's when ELGi introduced us to their latest innovation, the demand match system. It's an intelligent airflow control system that automatically matches the compressed air output to the plant's real-time demand. To understand the benefits of demand match system, we installed a compressor with ELGi's demand match system along with our existing compressor and compared their performance over a defined period. The results were impressive. With the demand match system, our average energy consumption dropped from 21 kilowatt hour to 17 kilowatt hour, a 17% reduction. This translates to approximately 1,700 units saved per month, resulting in energy cost savings of around 17,000. The compressor with the demand match system is operating more stable than the other unit. Cut-in cycles have reduced significantly from 51 to 21 per hour. We believe this stable operation reduces mechanical stress, boosts equipment life, and ensure more consistent performance across our production line. We see ELGi as a long-term partner in driving operational efficiency. Their continued focus on innovation, backed by data and engineering excellence, helps us align with our performance and sustainability goals while reducing costs. Thanks to ELGi's innovation, and we look forward to continuing this partnership for many years to come.
Begin the event in few minutes, I suppose. So I request all our customers along with our respectable ELGi team to also take your seats. வெளியே இருக்கக்கூடிய நம்மளுடைய கஸ்டமர்ஸ் அண்ட் எல்ஜி டீம் மெம்பர்ஸ், எங்களுடைய எம்ப்ளாயீஸ் எல்லாருமே வந்து பேங்க்வெட் ஹாலுக்குள்ளே உங்களுடைய இருக்கையில் அமரலாம். ஏன்னா இதுக்கப்புறமா we have a special performance. அப்போ லைட்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஆஃப் பண்ணப்படும். So it will be difficult for you to get inside the banquet hall and find your respective seats. So I request our customers to please step in. We are going live in few minutes for our special spectacular performance for the evening. So I would request our customers, employees, our staffs, well-wishers, everybody to please take your seats. Because in few minutes we will be having a complete blackout. The lights will be off for a special performance. So it will be kind of practically difficult for you to find your respective seats. And for our online viewers, once again, we will be live sharply at 7:30. You will be witnessing a spectacular performance and also the complete deets and updates about this game-changing, bold and brilliant ELGi's demand match system in few minutes. So I would request our online viewers also to have little patience and to stay connected with us. Please keep scrolling with us. Yes, I hope everybody are here. We'll begin the event shortly. the moment of the day. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the heart of today's celebration, right here inside the banquet hall, where the next chapter of our event unfolds. பல முக்கியமான தருணங்களை வந்து இந்த மேடையில் நீங்கள் பார்க்க போறீங்க. உங்கள் எல்லாருக்குமே வந்து எங்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றிகள், கலந்த வணக்கங்கள். ஸோ அடுத்ததான் ஒரு ஸ்பெக்டாகுலரான லேசர் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் இருக்க போகுது. நான் முன்னாடியே ஒரு டிஸ்க்ளைமர் கொடுத்துட்றேன். யாருமே உங்களுடைய தொலைபேசியில் ஃபோட்டோஸோ வீடியோஸோ எடுக்க வேண்டாம். ஒரு தாழ்மையான வேண்டுகோள். அடுத்ததான் ஒரு லேசர் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ், ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் ஸ்டார்ட் ஃபார் தி ஈவெண்ட்டாக நாங்கள் வச்சுருக்கோம். ஒரு லேசர்ஸ் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ். அதுக்கு வந்து உங்களுடைய ஃப்ளாஷ் லைட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணி ஃபோட்டோஸோ வீடியோஸோ எதுவும் எடுக்க வேண்டாம். ஏன்னா ஒரு சில லைட்ஸ் இருந்தாலுமே அதனுடைய அழகு அப்படியே மாறிடும். கம்ப்ளீட்டாக ஹாலில் வந்து லைட்ஸும் ஆஃப் பண்ணப்படும். ஸோ திரும்ப தாழ்மையாக நான் கேட்டுக்கிறேன், உங்களுடைய தொலைபேசியில் ஃபோட்டோஸ் வீடியோஸ் எடுக்க வேண்டாம். I request our staffs, customers, everybody to please not record any photos or videos of the performance that's going to happen, as this is going to be a special, spectacular laser show for the day. So yes, to talk about what you're about to witness is no ordinary performance. As you all know, laser are always spectacular and engaging and entertaining. So just like the demand match system, this show is about power, precision and brilliance, seamlessly matching technology with spectacle. So sit back, fasten your seatbelts and get ready to be dazzled as lights, lasers and music come together to celebrate the launch of our bold and brilliant demand match system. This is not just a show, it's an explosion of energy, innovation and imagination. So, shall we begin? Shall we begin? Yes, that's the spirit. Yes, we begin and here we go. கண்களுக்கு விருந்து படைக்கக்கூடிய பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, அப்படிதான் இருந்தது. Thank you so much dancers, it was a visual treat. So yes, wow, that was absolutely a spectacular show, a perfect fusion of light and technology, just like how the demand match system fuses efficiency and reliability. Let's give a thunderous round of applause definitely for that mind-blowing performance and for the dancers as well. It is a huge appreciation. And now, it is now my privilege to invite Dr. J, Managing Director, ELGi Equipments Limited, to deliver the opening keynote address. This evening, he will reflect upon the remarkable journey of ELGi since its inception, the vision behind demand match, and the innovation journey, and set the stage for tonight's grand launch. So please join me in extending a warm and resounding sound of applause to welcome Dr. J on stage.
Good evening. அனைவருக்கும் மாலை வணக்கம். Thank you very much for being here, taking your precious time and traveling through the traffic and the rain and all the challenges to be here. Really appreciate it. இந்த சமயத்திலங்க இந்த டெக்னாலஜி என்ன, இதோட டீட்டெயில் வந்து நம்ம டாக்டர் வேணு சொல்லுவார். பட் இது எதுக்கோசரம் நம்ம இது தயாரிச்சிருக்கோம்? இப்போ கம்ப்ரெஷருங்கிறது வந்து எல்லா ஃபேக்ட்ரியிலையும் கம்ப்ரெஸ்ட் ஏர் வேணும், எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி மாதிரி. பட் எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி மாதிரி வேணுங்கும் போது வராது, கம்ப்ரெஷரில் இருந்தால் வரும். கம்ப்ரெஷர் 70-80% ஆஃப் கம்ப்ரெஷர்ஸ் வந்து ஃபிக்ஸ் ஸ்பீட் கம்ப்ரெஷர்ஸ். வேரியபிள் ஸ்பீட்னா 30% ஜாஸ்தி செலவாகும், ப்ளஸ் மற்ற ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இருக்குது அதில். பட் வேரியபிள் ஸ்பீடும் வாங்கினா மினிட் டு மினிட் வந்து கம்ப்ரெஷரில் டிமாண்ட் வேரியேட்டே இருக்கும். ஒரு டூல் சடனாக ஆன் பண்ணுறாங்க, ஒரு ப்ளோவர் ஒன்று ஆன் பண்ணுறாங்க, ஒரு க்ளீனிங் கன் ஒன்று ஆன் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ அப்படி இருக்கும்போது கம்ப்ரெஷர் வந்து கட் இன் அண்ட் கட் அவுட் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். எவ்ரி டைம் இட் கட்ஸ் இன் அண்ட் கட்ஸ் அவுட், it consumes excess electricity. There is excess power. So demand match in the principle why na, and the variation minute to minute, second to second variation eliminate பண்ணிட்டு compressor வந்து கான்ஸ்டண்டா ஓடும். அதில் வந்து இப்போ ஒரு வருஷமாக வந்து வேறு வேறு பைலட் கஸ்டமர் இன்ஸ்டலேஷன்ஸில் போட்டிருக்கோம். ஹையஸ்ட் சேவிங்ஸ் was 17%. Average savings anywhere between 8 to 10%. So with this, in the system la neenga invest panningana, maximum 6 months is the return. Sila higher kilowatt machines, plus where the demand is varying very high, the return is actually 2 to 3 months. It's the first time in the world, no company has it. பெரும்பாலும் நம்ம வந்து இந்தியாவில், யூரோப்பில் டெக்னாலஜி உருவாக்குவாங்க, ஜப்பானில் உருவாக்குவாங்க, அமெரிக்காவில் உருவாக்குவாங்க, அதை லைசன்ஸாக கொண்டு வந்து இங்கே லோக்கலாக டெவலப் பண்ணி விற்கிறது தான் நம்ம பழைய சரித்திரம். இந்த சரித்திரத்தை இன்னைக்கு நம்ம மாற்றுறோம். For the first time, an Indian company is developed a technology which is relevant for the whole world. And இது பண்ண போகிறது இல்லை, வேணும்னா இந்த லைசன்ஸ் மற்றவங்களுக்கும் நாங்கள் இந்த டெக்னாலஜி மற்றவங்களுக்கும் லைசன்ஸ் பண்ணலாம். அந்த அளவுக்கு இட் ஹேஸ் அ வேர்ல்ட் கிளாஸ் டிமாண்ட். ஸோ அகெயின் ஐ வில் allow Venu to tell you the details of the technology, but again I can't tell you how much we appreciate your participation. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for taking the effort and being with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. J, for that inspiring address. And yes, as Sir said, now it's time to take this movement to the next level. because you have witnessed the unveiling, you have felt the energy. Now let's bring the story alive in a way only the big screen can. So get ready to experience the vision, the innovation, and the breakthrough that will shape the future. Presenting the demand match product film right in front of you in our screens.
In modern factories, compressed air is the fourth utility. Just like electricity, water, and gas, it powers factories and drives productivity. Compressed air is one of the largest energy consumers on the shop floor. Power costs of compressed air and reliability of compressors directly influence productivity and profitability. But here's the challenge. Air demand of any factory is never constant. It changes minute by minute, hour by hour, with production schedules, machine pauses, tools used, and the processes involved. Yet most factories rely on fixed-speed compressors, designed to deliver constant compressed air and responds to fluctuations by cycling between cut-in and cut-out pressures. Add to this the reality of oversized compressors chosen for future expansion or to meet peak loads. This exaggerates the cycling. Cycling results in operation above nominal pressure, power consumption without air delivery, and stress on compressor components, resulting in energy loss and reliability issues in long term. This phenomenon is universal. No matter the industry or application, fluctuating demand and energy waste are challenges every factory faces. Introducing ELGi's demand match system, a breakthrough solution for the challenges in fixed-speed compressors. Demand Match dynamically adjusts the compressed air delivery to match the real-time plant demand. It works by recirculating airflow within the compressor, maintaining the desired pressure without cycling between cut in and cut out, resulting in no loss of energy, stable operation, and superior reliability. For the factory, the essential benefits include up to 17% energy savings, unseen levels of savings in a fixed-speed compressor. Long-term reliability for compressor components enabling Aaron warranty of up to 10 years on EG series and 5 years on EQ series. A reduced carbon footprint for more sustainable operation. Affordable, capital light, and lifetime young. For the first time, a fixed-speed compressor can truly match a factory's demand, every moment, without compromise. The ELGi Demand Match System saves like VFD, costs like fixed.
Truly, that was brilliant. So next we have Dr. Venu Madhavavargal, Executive President, Product Excellence and Innovation, who will take us through the real-world benefits, market adoption plan, and the demand match system strategic role in ELGi's global growth. Please welcome him.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being with us today. And I hope you have an idea what we are talking now. The film what was presented is given some information about it. And I'll be taking you through the in-depth details of how this technology and how it is going to help and how it will work with you in the industry on this. So we believe this innovation will revolutionize the air compressor operation. This enhances the efficiency, reliability, through stability of operation. So all of you are familiar. This is how the compressor is utilized in a plant. So the compressor is connected to the plant through a reservoir, and the plant has various utilities. They need air. Some of the utilities need incremental air, some of the utilities need continuous air, some of the utilities may need a gradual increase in air depending upon how they are going to operate on this. So whenever there is a plant is under operation, the demand from the plant is never constant. It's always varying or it is always fluctuating, whereas the compressor is going to supply constant output to this. So what type of patterns of the demand will happen? And you can see there is a rapid demand variation will happen in time periods of less than 2 minutes. Like if you blow guns, nozzles or pneumatic tools, whenever it is used, the air will be there for a minute and air will not be there for a minute. If there is a series of operation is happening, the demand will be varying very rapidly. And the second case is gradual variation, maybe in 2 to 5 minutes of time. Why I'm telling 2 to 5, after 5 minutes compressor goes to unload. So this 2 to 5 minutes, it could be sequential machine startup, batch processes whenever it is happening. The air will be required and air will not be required in 5 minutes duration of time. And extended low or no demand. So there is some processes where we clean back filters or batch mixing or some aeration things where the air is required at very long intervals of time. So the air is required now, maybe it required after 10 minutes of time. So, and sometimes when people go for tea time or lunch time, the air may not be required during time. So that is an extended period, either there is a low demand or no demand. So this is also a variation. And there are other scenarios. We can see demand equal to capacity, which is very, very ideal. We have the demand and capacity of the compressor, they match. If that situation exists, which is very rare, it's a good situation to have. And sometimes demand is more than capacity. So sometimes we'd have bought a compressor, but our demand is more. Under that condition, it is how it's going to work, I'll talk about it. And sometimes demand is significantly less than the capacity. That's oversizing we talked about. Maybe for unexpected peaks or for future expansions, if we oversize the compressor also the demand is going to be significantly low. So when this is true and it is more or less, any one or more of these scenarios will exist in a factory operation. How a compressor is going to respond, let's see here in the next slide. So the compressor is governed between 3 pressures. What we call as cut-in pressure, that's the minimum pressure a plant is required, below which the plant operation may not be applicable or viable. And the cutout pressure, it is the maximum pressure the plant is required, above which, again, there could be a process variations. And there is a no load pressure. When no air is required, compressor try to go to no load pressure and just try to hibernate. So these are the 3 pressures. However, when the compressor is operating, the cut-in pressure and the cutout pressure are very, very important. So we talked about ideal situation, correct? Demand is absolutely equal to capacity. So we have a 100 CFM compressor and the demand is also 100 CFM, always. Under that condition, compressor works without any fluctuation, okay? However, when the demand is rapidly varying, and you can see the compressor will cycle between cut-in and cut-out pressures more frequently. There are many cycling happening between cut-in and cut-out pressures. And even compressor struggles to reach the no-load pressure because the variation is such a fast on this. And when the gradual demand is happening, the same cycling will happen with less frequency. And some cases, the compressor try to reach the unload condition, and again it reloads quickly on this. So the extended or low demand, when there is no 5 minutes, the demand variation is happening. The compressor try to come to no load, and then again it picks up. Still, there will be a cycle between the load and unload. I talked about the third scenario, when the demand is more than the capacity, the compressor sizing could be wrong. The compressor always operates at the lower pressure than what is required. So there is no solution for that. We need to buy a new compressor or extend the capacity for this. And in the other scenario where we have a oversizing, the compressor mostly working on these 2 zones, okay? But assume that the compressor is not oversized, we have a reasonably sized compressor. our compressor is going to be working on these scenarios, either all of them or some of them. It is going to be dominated depending on the application and timing of this. So when we take a fixed speed compressor, it is absolutely guaranteed that it is going to cycle between cut-in and cut-out pressures in demand fluctuating conditions to meet the plant. So it is an unstable operation for this. So can VFD help under those scenarios? Let's see how VFD will come. I'm trying to plot the compressor without VFD and compressor with VFD here. First of all, the VFD will come with 30% more cost. If you want to have a VFD to have your plant, it will be 30% more. Now, will this help in this rapid scenario and also in a gradual variation scenario? So what happens is it is going to oscillate its RPM speed and try to manage the oscillations or the cut-in cutouts. So what it brings is it is ineffective during that time, and also it introduces new failure modes. So the current will be varying, the RPM will be varying, motor bearings, all other things will come under stress because of that. Sometimes these VFDs are high powered. Power electronics is very high, power density is very high in this. They create some harmonics, and these harmonics sometimes imbalance the entire plant. Even some machine operating in a plant far away also will get influenced with these harmonics. So we need filters to balance these harmonics. Those filters are very expensive. So, and where the VFD can employ is, as Dr. J said, if in my first shift, I need 100% of the capacity. In my second shift, I need only 60% of the capacity. And third shift, again, I may need some 30 to 40% capacity. Under those conditions, VFD will use. Even when the plant is operating under those conditions, this will be happening, and VFD always going to operate under this kind of rapid and gradual fluctuations. So when we look at an overall in general factory applications, the savings from the VFD is always not justifiable with respect to cost and risks associated with VFD, unless you have a very large variation in capacity with respect to the time. So what we can see here is, under demand fluctuating conditions, the compressor operates unstable. So whether it is with VFD or with fixed speed machines, both the compressor is going to work on unstable. So we are talking about unstable, so what it means to us as a user, correct? So unstable, let it operate. What will happen to us? Let's understand what will happen with respect to the cost. There is a hidden cost when the compressor is operating under unstable conditions. So when the compressor needs to operate cycling between cut-in and cut-out pressure, to facilitate this, the compressor always operates at higher than the desired pressure. The average pressure, when we look into it, it is going to be higher than the operating or the desired pressure of the plant. Every bar of excess pressure will contribute to 8% of energy loss. So for example, if our plant need only 6.5 bar and we operate at 7.2 bar, there is around 6 to 7% of loss of energy because of that one. You don't see that practically because compressor is cycling on that, but net on an average, the compressor is going to work at high pressure on this. And second thing is, whenever there is a cutout, the second source of loss is, whenever there is a cutout, the compressor shuts, intake valve shuts down, so no air will be produced, but compressor is still operating at reasonably high pressure and also at full speed until it reaches the no load pressure. That's what we call as no load power, but it may not reach that. So during this time, there is a lot of energy spent on this without getting air produced. So there is an unproductive energy, which is a loss. So these two losses put together, and again, depending on the type of demand, if some factories operate only in this scenario or this scenario, and extreme scenarios, we can save up to 17% of the loss could be up to 17%. When the compressor is operating under cycling operation. And if generally plant is operating under all the scenarios, we can say on an average 8 to 10% could be the energy loss, what it can happen when the compressor is operating under unstable scenario. And this is on the loss. And on the reliability side, there is a fluctuating demand. On the left-hand side, I just tried to show the separator tank in the compressor. And such parts, these are all flow-related parts. We are dealing with air, we are dealing with oil, we are dealing with air-oil mixture. So this air-oil mixture will be passing through the parts. When the demand is fluctuating, these parts are subjected to complete full flow, partial flow, and no flow situation. So there is always a stress on the parts. So there is a continuous cycling happen inside, which is not visible to us also. However, the parts are going to get stressed. There are 20 such parts available in the compressor, like air filter, oil filter, separator tank, separator element. All these parts will be subjected to the stress related to the flow. And now compressor is cycling cut in and cut out. We need to shut down and open. Correct? So let's take an intake valve as an example. This is a kinematic part, motion part. Whenever there is a cut in and cut out cycle is happening, intake valve has to open and close like this. And you can see in one valve there are 6 mechanisms, and they will be operating continuously, cycling between open and close. We have such of those parts, 30 numbers in the compressor. So if there are parts continuously operating and continuously subjected to variable flow conditions, they are under stress, and they can have long-term reliability issues. So the unstable operation will have an impact on the energy loss and also will have impact on the reliability. So just to sum up, in general factory conditions, the demand is never constant, it is variable. So compressor cycle between cut-in and cut-outs to handle the variable demands. VFDs will help in some scenarios where there is a long duration variation and other things. However, they introduce new failure modes with respect to electrical components, and they also sometimes affects the overall plant operations with respect to harmonics, need some expensive filters to mitigate them, and they may not really justify the unstable operation and energy efficiency on this. So this is true, independent of the brand, whether we buy ELGi or buy any other compressor, it is a natural phenomena that is going to happen. So there is no alternative to it until we found out and we thought about what next. How do we help the customers? How do we help the compressor to make more efficient? So that is our ELGi demand match system. And the demand match is a very innovative system, indigenously developed at ELGi. And it automatically adjusts compressor delivery to match plant demand. There is no major electronics to it. Only mechanically there is a principle. I'm going to explain that. So this will automatically ensures the compressor delivers what air is required. No extra air is generated, and it matches exactly the plant demand what is required for this. So with this, it will eliminate the instability, improves efficiency, and also improve the reliability and at optimal cost. So how does it work? So the principle is very simple. Recirculate and recover. So that's the principle behind the entire demand match system. It recirculates the excess capacity within the system. So when the demand is not required, the additional capacity will be recirculated within the system and capitalize all possible avenues for any loss recovery. When we are recirculating, if there is some loss, and we'll try to capitalize, we try to recover all the loss to ensure it is more efficient. The technique and control for recirculating and recovery is very novel and unique in this case. So let me explain how the recirculation of capacity will happen. So in a compression, when the compression is happening, there are two things will happen. First, volume will increase and then volume will decrease. You can see on this. And pressure will first, suction will happen, then compression will happen, delivery will happen. So there are actually 4 zones during this compression process. We call as suction zone, stabilization zone, compression zone, and delivery zone. Actually, the stabilization zone is just before the compression. The entire air is ready to get compressed. The volume is going to get reduced from that point. At that point, what happens is the pressure is slightly above the ambient pressure because a lot of accumulation of air is happening. So it is easy for us to recirculate air from this pressure to the suction zone. We can recirculate the capacity into this. Actually there is no work happened to reach this pressure. This is only an accumulated pressure. So without any energy loss, we could able to recirculate back and manage the capacity up to 30% using this recirculation method. And is there only 30% is sufficient? We want to enhance more. So the next thing is the recirculation will happen from separator tank to the suction zone. So this is the only stabilized pressure available for us. That's where the recirculation will be taken from air oil separator tank to the suction zone. And we can think in this, when the air reaches air oil separator tank, all the pressure is already raised, work has been done. So there is a loss of energy for that. It is true, but the way in which we position that valve at the suction, when we recirculate this, the suction pressure will raise. So the net pressure ratio across the compression will come down. So the compressor will do less work than what it is to do. So there we lose the energy from, for example, if we are recovering 20% on the energy we lose, but on the 100% the pressure ratio gain, we will receive that. So on a net to net, we'll be gaining the energy by this recirculating and still managing the capacity for this. So the criticality here is identifying where we are injecting and how we are controlling and when we are controlling this. That logic is very important to this. So towards that, this is the layout of the demand match. We have two valves we will be using. The stabilizer one valve, this is recirculating within the compression zone from the stabilization zone to suction zone without any capacity loss. So this is a progressive valve. And second one, from the separator tank to the suction, this is an on-off valve. This recirculates the flow from separator tank to suction based on the demand variation. So these valves are precisely positioned. The positioning of the valve, where we are positioning, though I showed it a layout at an intake valve, actually it is not at the intake valve, it is at the air end suction actually, in the rotor, between the rotors. So the positioning of these valves is very important, and controlling when this valve should open and when other valves should open, how they need to synchronize is very important. This is done not by any mechanical way or pneumatic way, it was done precisely through electronic control. So that precision gives us substantial amount of synchronization between these two valves to manage the capacity. Smallest variation in the capacity versus demand will be matched using this. So this is how the layout in a compressor, you can see, maybe you can see this in the machine, what is available outside also. In a standard machine, we have a motor, air end, and the controller. This is generally controlling between the compressor operation. In the demand match system, we have two valves employed in the air end, and these two valves were electronically through controller. They will control through intelligent logic to ensure the demand is matched. The capacity is matched to the demand of the plant. So just to see an overview, this is how a compressor, general compressor will work under various scenarios. There will be always cycling between the cut-in and cut-out pressures. VFD, while it comes with 30% more cost, it has bringing the electrical and RPM variations. And when we look into the demand match system, it absolutely works on a stable condition without any fluctuations on this. The fourth scenario, though I put, because when the excess demand is there, the valves will not get opened. So it will operate this. The solution for this is not the demand match. We need to work on improving the capacity of the compressor, maybe additional compressor on this. So in a general zone, so this is an adverse thing when we are focusing on this. Practically there is a flat line you can see with the demand match system. Just I would like to present you a video. This is the intake valve of the compressor. How does this operate in a normal condition and how does it is going to operate with a demand match situation? You can see this. So Sorry about it. I think some glitch, the sound is not coming here. Ready? Huh? It's not moving. Okay, sorry. So you can see this is the intake valve actuator, which is going into cycling when the machine is operating in the cycling condition. We are going to actuate now the demand match. You can see this is going to be very stable. So still meeting the demand of the plant, the compressor will operate very stable with the demand match system. Just to see where we are just disconnecting the demand match and the same cycling will continue. So it is visible that with the demand match and without demand match, how the cycling can be eliminated when the demand match is in actuation system. So this demand match system and the control is inbuilt going to be in our compressors. So every compressor will have this demand match, and we are going to have the stable operation, and the stable operation is going to save up to 17% in an extreme condition and an average 6 to 10% in an average plant conditions. So the benefits, again, as we discussed, it significantly saves the energy, excess pressure because it is working constant pressure, so there is no excess pressure loss, and high reliability. The cycles are absolutely zero in this case. The machine will become very stable, so the reliability of the components will get significantly improved. So this is this is very novel technology built by us. So we have taken a patent for this, and the rights to these innovations are with us now, and we'll be using this in all our product portfolio. That's what from my side. Thank you. Any questions? Why the glitch again?
Thank you, Dr. Venu, for that powerful walkthrough. But don't just take our word for it. Let's hear it from the customers who have already experienced our demand match system in action. நம்மளுடைய customers ஏற்கனவே demand match system யூஸ் பண்ணவங்க என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்க அப்படிங்கறத ஒரு சின்ன காணொளி மூலமா பார்த்துடலாம். Over to the screens for our customers' words.
Hello, I am Sanjay Nakra. We are a leading authorized dealer of Maruti Suzuki in Rajasthan. We operate premium car workshops where compressed air plays a vital role in powering multiple operations, including pneumatic tools and car cleaning, ensuring consistent service quality. However, with the variations in our workflow and fluctuating air demand across different service processes, our compressor was experiencing frequent load cycles. That's when ELGi introduced us their latest innovation, the demand match system. It's an intelligent airflow control system designed to automatically align compressed air output with real-time demand in the workshop. To evaluate its impact, we installed a compressor with the demand match system alongside our existing compressor and monitored performance over a set period. The results were very impressive. Average power consumption reduced from 11.3 kilowatt hour to 10.3 kilowatt per hour, a 10.3% reduction. This translates to approximately 165 units saved in just 13 days, resulting in a measurable cost saving. Load cycle dropped significantly from 46 cycles per hour to 26, ensuring stable air pressure, lower mechanical wear, and long equipment life. At Fortune Cars, we see ELGi not just as a compressed air system provider, but as a technology partner that helps us achieving efficiency, reliability, and sustainability. Their continued focus on innovation, backed by engineering excellence and real-world data, helps us improve performance while optimizing costs. The demand match system has truly set a new standard in compressed air management, and we are excited about the positive impact it has created in our operations. Thanks to ELGi's forward-thinking approach and their commitment to customer success, we have taken a significant step in optimizing our compressed air systems, and we look forward to building on this partnership in the future.
வணக்கம், என்னோட பேர் தங்கவேல் மனோகரன். நாங்கள் ஃபவுண்டரி ஆப்ரேஷன்ஸை சிறந்த முறையில் செயல்படுத்திட்டு இருக்கோம். எங்கள் பிளான்ட்டில் தொடர்ச்சியாக உற்பத்தி செயல்திறனை அதிகரிக்கிறதுல மிக முக்கிய பங்கு வகிக்கிறது கம்ப்ரஸ்ட் ஏர். இருந்தாலும் எங்கள் செயல்முறையோட தன்மை மற்றும் கம்ப்ரஸ்ட் ஏர் டிமாண்டில் ஏற்படுற அடிக்கடி மாற்றங்களால், குறிப்பாக ப்ரெஸ்ஸிங், சேப்பிங், கிரைண்டிங், சாட் பிளாஸ்டிங், அப்புறம் கிளீனிங் அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ்க்கு கம்ப்ரஸ்ட் ஏர் பயன்படுத்தும் போது கம்ப்ரஸர் சைக்கிளிங் மோடில் இயங்குச்சு. இதனால் கட்டின்ஸ், கட்அவுட்ஸ் அதிகமாக ஏற்பட்டுச்சு. இதுக்கு தீர்வு தர மாதிரி ELGi அவங்களோட புது கண்டுபிடிப்பான டிமாண்ட் மேட்ச் சிஸ்டமை எங்களுக்கு அறிமுகப்படுத்தினாங்க. இது ஒரு இன்டெலிஜென்ட் ஏர் ஃப்ளோ கண்ட்ரோல் சிஸ்டம். இது தொழிற்சாலையில் ரியல் டைம் டிமாண்டுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி கம்ப்ரஸ்ட் ஏர் அவுட்புட்டை தானாகவே ஒழுங்குபடுத்துது. இதோட பயன்களை உறுதிப்படுத்த நாங்கள் டிமாண்ட் மேட்ச் சிஸ்டம் கொண்ட கம்ப்ரஸரை எங்கள் எக்ஸிஸ்டிங் யூனிட்டுக்கு பக்கத்தில் அமைச்சு ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட காலத்துக்கு ரெண்டையுமே கண்காணித்தோம். அதோட முடிவில் நாங்கள் ஆச்சரியப்படுற மாதிரி எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப பெரிய பெனிஃபிட் கிடச்சிச்சு. எங்களுடைய ஆவரேஜ் பவர் கன்சம்ஷன் 41.4 கிலோவாட்லேருந்து 36.7 கிலோவாட்டாக குறைஞ்சிது. அதாவது 11.4% குறைவு. இதனால் வெறும் 12 நாட்களில் 963 யூனிட் சேமிப்பாயிருக்கு. அதாவது எனர்ஜி காஸ்ட் கணிசமாக குறைஞ்சிருக்கு. லோட் சைக்கிளில் ஒரு மணிக்கு 142 சைக்கிள்லேருந்து 3 சைக்கிளுக்கு குறைஞ்சிருக்கு. இதனால் ப்ரெஷர் ஸ்டெபிலிட்டி, முக்கியமாக நீண்ட ஆயுட்காலம் கிடைக்குது. வேலுமணி இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ்க்கு ELGi ஒரு கம்ப்ரஸ்டு ஏர் சிஸ்டம் ப்ரொவைடர் மட்டும் இல்லை, ஆப்ரேஷனல் எஃபிஷியன்சி மற்றும் சஸ்டைனபிலிட்டியை மேம்படுத்துகிற ஒரு பங்குதாரர். அவங்களோட இன்னோவேஷன், இன்ஜினியரிங் எக்ஸலன்ஸ் மற்றும் ரியல் வேர்ல்ட் டேட்டா எங்கள் எஃபிஷியன்சி, காஸ்ட் ரிடக்ஷன் மற்றும் என்வாயன்மெண்டல் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி போன்ற குறிக்கோள்களை அடைய உதவுது. இந்த டிமாண்ட் மேட்ச் சிஸ்டம் ஆப்ரேஷனல் ஸ்டெபிலிட்டி மற்றும் எனர்ஜி சேவிங்ஸ்க்கு புதிய அளவுகளை அமைஞ்சிருக்கு. ELGiயோட அட்வான்ஸ்டு டெக்னாலஜி அவங்க கஸ்டமர்ஸோட வெற்றிக்கு உறுதி செய்யுது. நாங்கள் இங்கே கம்ப்ரஸ்ட் ஏர் சிஸ்டமை மேம்படுத்துறதுல ELGi முக்கிய பங்கு வகிக்குது. இன்றைக்கி மட்டும் இல்லை, எங்களுக்கும் ELGiக்கும் உள்ள உறவு இனி வர்ற காலங்களில் இதை விட சிறப்பாக இருக்கும்னு நாங்கள் நம்புகிறோம்.
Definitely, those testimonials were more than just stories, they were reflections of trust, impact, and shared journeys along with. So, we are grateful to our online audience for witnessing these powerful voices with us. We hope they touched you as much as they inspired us here. Your online presence has been truly valued, and we hope you felt just as much a part of this event as everyone here in the banquet hall. As for our online viewers, if you have any questions about our demand match system, please feel free to drop in your questions in the chat box. Our social media team will be able to reply you after this event. So I repeat, if our social media viewers have any doubts about our product, about the demand match system, please leave a text, a message in the chat box. Our social media team will respond you immediately after the event. So for our social media audience, until we meet again, stay safe, stay inspired, and goodbye for now. Thank you. And yes, for us, it's time for all of us to clear